Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Sunless C. So we are going to start off our second captain's, adventure, or misadventure, in just a moment. We're starting on the title screen here though, because, actually, two things. One thing, it turns out, I ended up having to look it up, but I'll get to that in a moment. The other reason being that I can now do this. And it doesn't crash the game. Because, as it turns out, just a few days ago, there was a patch fixing the continue button. What do you know? I mean, it might just be a coincidence, or maybe one of the devs has been watching and saw me, complain about it being broken. Really more like just mention it. I mean, either way, thanks for fixing it, and if anyone's watching, please just don't take anything personally that I might say in the heat of the moment. Anyway, right. We're here. Last time we did all the things we could. We started the quest, we picked up passenger, two passengers if you count the dead person. Bought all the supplies, literally all the supplies we could. And yeah, we're ready to depart, except there's one thing. And so, a commenter actually made a really good point about the merciful mode, or I guess it's officially called merciful and merciless mode. And there was like a pop-up when I first started the first run, asking me which mode I wanted to play in. And I did not actually look at the video, but I want to say that it said something like, merciless mode is like the way the game is meant to be played. Like, all it is really just, permadeath, Iron Man mode, basically. Standard for roguelikes, of course, so I didn't really think much about it. And, I obviously picked that, thinking, not really knowing much about the game, of course, and I still don't really know much about the game, but I was willing to just give it a couple of runs. I didn't really plan ahead much, of course. I just wanted to just experience what the game was going to be all about, and then maybe eventually make up my mind about, either I would actually make progress and get close to beating the game, and beat it that way, or, maybe change to the different mode at some point. But I wasn't really planning any further than that. However, the comment got me thinking, and, now that I still don't really know much about the game, but after having started the second game, it does seem like the beginning is gonna be at least similar, The structure is gonna be the same. There are gonna be some details, obviously depending on what background you choose, what main quest you choose, there's gonna be different passengers wanting to go to different places. You're gonna have different officers, so there are definitely more things to discover by starting more new games. But what if a run actually ends up being relatively successful? It's gonna keep on going for a couple of episodes, perhaps for several hours, and then I die, and then I have to restart things, and some things are necessarily going to repeat themselves, So why risk that, basically, and then being faced with the very awkward situation of, potentially having to redo, either having to just give up on the series, calling the series quits with with a failure, basically, after having seen a good portion of the game, but, I mean, who knows what percentage, but ultimately having a, unsatisfying conclusion to it, or no conclusion at all. Or having to start over and, having to redo many things that we've seen before, and clicking through a bunch of text, because there is a lot of writing, of course. And while it's good, rereading the same events isn't going to be as exciting. So, long story short, I decided that it makes a lot more sense to just switch to merciful mode, basically, and experience as much of the game as possible, and maybe even win it. And that's still, I don't know if that's guaranteed, because, and that's the thing I needed to look up, because I might still find myself in a situation where I just can win, and I'm gonna just really only have the only option of starting over after all. But we'll see how that goes. Now, I was looking for the option to choose because I was convinced it had to just be an option somewhere. But I ended up looking it up, and it turns out that you just the game might have explained that, but again, I did not actually look at my first episode, and that pop-up where you're asked what mode you want to play in apparently only appears that very first time. Anyway, so it turns out you just activate merciful mode by just saving the game, which I never did apparently, because right now, yeah, I still have this Invictus token. So in theory, I should just be able to. Okay. It tells you right here. In unforgiving mode, Sunless see autosaves whenever you dock and whenever you die. You may switch to merciful mode and save manually. This will remove your character's Invictus token. Yes, and that's literally the only thing it does. So I mean, yeah, I guess I'm gonna call it Ayali 1. Sure. I could call it LP06 because this should be the 6th episode. Maybe 6A. Enter doesn't work. Okay. Right, the token is actually still there. Nope, it's gone. Okay, yeah, I suppose certain things only update, well, don't update until you know, change something, unpause the game, or switch pages in the, switch pages in the journal, apparently. Anyway, so, yeah, that's done now, and literally the only difference, merciful, merciless, whatever you want to, however you want to look at it, merciless mode makes is that you get an achievement for beating the game that way. But it doesn't actually change anything about the gameplay. So, but the thing is, since it's not, for some reason I thought that it would just allow you to respawn on death or something like that, and find yourself back in London with some supplies. But nope, apparently not. You just save the game, and you know, if you die, you reload and try not to die. But of course, if I find myself in a situation where I'm just completely out of supplies and, you know, otherwise out of luck, I suppose I can keep reloading until I, you know, until I win against the unfavorable odds. Like, you know, when I was going insane last time when I died, I guess there was a coin flip, you know, that would have allowed me to somehow survive. But of course, you know, extremely weakened state. So even then, I might find myself in a situation where it's going to be really hard to regain my, you know, I don't know, regain my any supplies and any chances of actually winning the game. But either way, we'll see how this goes. That was a very long introduction. I'm sorry about that. Right now, we'll just try to apply the things we've learned. Well, that I've learned. I'm gonna start by switching off the light, and we're just gonna head north to Vanderbite, I suppose, and see if we're gonna find that place in the same location. Gonna try to discover as many things on the way as possible. Dock everywhere. Actually, I suppose we can dock by the light boat. But Steamer's Abyss. Isn't that even the same place? No, okay, so this is slightly different. I think there was a dockable location right here previously, right? Even though it was underwater. So I couldn't actually do anything there without a submarine. Okay, right, lightship. Purchase fuel. I mean, this is so close to London, though. Who would ever actually choose to purchase fuel here? Unless you're literally running out of fuel and you could not actually make it that short distance to London. Anyway, speak to the crew. I mean, is this the best use of my recent news? I don't know. But I do get a Z story, and that can be useful. Please stop switching on my light. Thank you very much. Okay, I discovered Rowena's Rocks. This up here should just be where the sisters live, right? Or is it actually? No, I guess I was a little bit further north. Yeah, obviously there's nothing here. Up here then, perhaps. discovered. Hunter's Keep. Yes, that might be it. Looks like it. Okay, get somewhere to dock here apparently. Or is that the underwater location? Oh yeah, that's actually that. Actually, that might be the second location I was thinking of. Maybe it wasn't right off the coast from London, but a little bit north. Could be. Low Barnet, yeah. I guess I'll dock here and get to know the ladies. Hunter's Keep. Present yourself at the house. Why hide? Exactly. That would be more polite than reconnoitering first, right? Spy on the house, modest challenge. I mean, why would I do that? I mean, maybe there is a reason to do that, actually. And you can only do that when you haven't met the sisters. You know, I didn't do that last time, and there might be... Obviously, there's something maybe sinister going on with them that we didn't really learn the details about, so let's try that. Did it work? You succeeded. Nice. Okay. Piano music drifts across the terrace. You peer through a half-open French window into a grand parlor, grand in size, if a little reduced in style by dust and neglect. A dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over a piano keyboard. Another, fair-haired but unmistakably her sister, sprawls on the sofa with a book. Or did I do the exact same thing last time? Or did I just choose to reconnoiter? I don't remember now. A third sits by the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers. Because I'm pretty sure we've seen this description here, now that I read it again. Soon, she says, and the piano music falters and stops. We'll go hungry, and then the end will come. For me, but not for you. No, we've definitely read this. Huh. The pianist raises her eyes from the keyboard. Hush, if we don't speak of it... She frowns. Has she seen you at the window? You withdraw. Okay, maybe we've actually seen this. We did gain 40 fragments. Right, we now know something of Hunter's Keep. Right. Okay, we actually... No, I must have done that. Well, that's fine, I suppose, since we were not caught. It's probably for the better. Right, we got the heart report, and now we're gonna knock. Made with smoldering topaz eyes. Right, a visitor. Will you join us? Yes, Zebats cry out. Okay. A hump of dark rocks, bathed in mist. Right, luncheon with the sisters. Cynthia, Lucy, or Phoebe? Right, I don't actually have recent news. Wait. Unlocked when something awaits you is stories await when you next make port. That is the case currently. This one, however... Okay, I can only do this when nothing awaits me. Right. Okay. So... Maybe I should just return to London immediately, get some more recent news, and return? Well, I suppose I would also have to do whatever new event will pop up in London when I visit. So this quality is fulfilled. Anyway, which sister? The middle one was the one, unless the order has changed somehow, was the one that was like what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Who gave me who leads to me being acquainted with that merciful, relatively merciful deity. Let's go with this one. A daft tale. Lucy leans over and whispers to you confidentially. A complex story about the butler, a pig, and an inheritance. Yes, I remember vaguely. Lost 40 hunger. Right. I mean that's decent, I suppose. Saving 1 supplies. We also gained an extra supply, so that's even better. Stone's attention. Was it stone? I think so. The others are storm and salt, right? Anyway. That's all for now. Oh, I suppose that was the story. Right. So if we had news, we could just do this right now. Well, perhaps not right now. We're gonna be in the area a few more times, perhaps. Switch off the lights, go to full speed ahead, and we'll keep going forward. I don't really remember a bunch of places on the way to whatchamacallit? What was it called? The place called? Oh, hi. Ouch. Well provisioned? No, well provisioned. Oh, can shoot again. Oh, okay, so the first shot took a lot longer to charge, it felt like. Okay. All clear. No, well provisioned. Try venturing further from London. The risks are right up, but so are the rewards, okay. I mean, I guess I started out well provisioned. Not sure what caused that to pop up. Loot and scuttler. Lean pickings. Okay, curiosities. Star crate, and we get 1 fuel, and that's it. Did we get anything more than that last time? On our first pirate? Not sure. Either way, I'll take it. Lost. No, actually, took a little bit of damage there, but oh well. Full power to the engines. If you ever need an extra turn of speed, clicking the full power icon will add another barrel of fuel to the engine. This is occasionally hazardous. Oh. Pressing the H key will blow your horn. This has no useful function and may provoke nearby Z-beasts or hostile vessels. Oh, cool. Oh god, there are some bats there, actually. I think those are bats. Actually, my first encounter with the swarm of bats was not that good for me. So, then again, I guess any first encounter with monsters, or with any kind of enemy, it's always going to give me something, right? Aren't they? Ah, there we go. Of course they are. Hostile. Back away from them. Uh-oh. Shoot them before they get a chance? Okay. I don't know how risky it is. I mean, it was most of the way full, right? Surely how far it's charged must influence your chance to actually hit. That was a lot of damage, though. I guess it did hit me twice. Yeah, that's the most dangerous part about bats, I feel. That you really don't see when the attack happens, unless you're, you know, paying attention to the logbook. And even then, well, yeah, it's just very easy to take damage without really noticing how much. Anyway, dispose of the corpses, reduce terror. Terror isn't really a huge deal right now, but gather up the corpses. I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, gain 1 terror. I mean, that's not that bad, but supplies are still pretty valuable at this point in the game. Right. Anyway, what's up here? Guess I could reduce that, but I don't need it. I don't think there was anything like close to the coast on the way north. Ornament stag. Is this Vanderbite already? Was it Vanderbite even? Apparently so. Wait. You've brought this decaying emigrant north. Now what? Okay. It is everything I imagined, he tells you breathlessly, but there's something missing. Please bring her to me. Okay. Wait, so that happened because I was a natural philosopher. A vague commission. She went off to the Mangrove College. Yeah, okay, so, Obviously, this is not something I had seen before then. Although I wasn't sure at first. She went off to the Mangrove College. She needed to get out of London. But Vanderbite is just as safe as the college. And I'll wager she's bored of mud by now. Look for the shady sword in the Mangrove College, somewhere in the south of the Untersee. Okay. Why did this pop up immediately before I had a chance to do anything else? Anyway. Provide what you have. The tomb clones of might have been a few pleasures remaining. Okay, anyway. Okay, so that's... I guess the other event where the guy just turned into a swarm of moths and I got his remaining belongings. That must have popped up the moment I docked in Vanderbite the first time, I suppose. And this time instead we got a quest. Bring a shady sword to Vanderbite from the Mangrove College. Huh. Right? I guess so. So I didn't actually get anything out of this. Yeah, I don't actually have the colonist anymore. Interesting. So I can't even sell them, well, quote-unquote, sell them for... Yeah, for 15. Huh. Okay, well, I suppose a quest is ultimately better if I can fulfill it, of course. That's it's always the big question, of course. Right. Reassure the shady sword. The shady sword turns to you. I didn't ask how much. How much is he changed? Is it very bad beneath the bandages? Perhaps you can reassure her. Well, we don't even have her with us yet, so... Okay. Okay. Interesting how the game kind of spoils future events like this, in a way. We don't know what's going to come of either of these choices, but apparently we are going to pick her up and bring her here eventually. Well, we might. Anyway, Tomb Colony of Vanderbite. Someone trying to get your attention. Is that still our doctor's father? Yes, yes it is, of course, because it actually requires her and the party. Or crew. Voiceless. Tomb Colonist draws you a little way away from the clary air. Don't tell her you met me, he says in a hoarse rasp. Her mother cut my voice, hoped to fix it so I wouldn't be able to look for my daughter, so I wouldn't want to, he wheezes. Didn't work. Operation's never completely effective. Need to know my daughters well, happy, finding enough patients, getting enough to eat and so forth. In exchange for the simplest news, he explains himself. I am her father, he says. Ordinary engineer, not the sort of parent you would want. Well, I'll eventually be able to tell her, I suppose. Okay. Assist a specialized collector. Can't do that because we don't have a submarine. Right. A dapper gentleman lounges by a dry fountain admiring a frost moth with a predatory gleam in his eyes. Will you help him find the quarry of a lifetime? Well, I absolutely would, of course. The almost dead men. A weak call for help. Can't do that because we don't have a submarine. Dusty glass of wine. Can't do that because we have no money whatsoever. Okay, and I'm not terrified enough. Explore Vanderbite. Okay, this... I don't remember this, so this might be new. Here they favor candlelight over gaslight. The shadows are swagged like cobwebs. The tomb colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculpture only until they laugh or cough. One building and 3 seems abandoned. Yes, I do remember that description, but the bandaged poissonnier? Huh. First curator. Gather gossip. Well, we do want to do this. So we got the port report now. Well, let's go with this and see if I just forgot about this. A corkscrewed street. At the twisty tip of an odd little side street, welcoming yellow light glows from the gilt-lettered windows of a restaurant. A sign reads, Vengeance of Jonah. Oh, this is definitely new. A beefy tomb colonist bustles up. A grey moustache pokes impertinently out from under his bandages. Come in, come in. A bandaged poissonnier at Vanderbite seeks passage with a Z captain sympathetic to intrepid cuisine. Absolutely. That's all for now. I lost 1 terror. Alright. The Vengeance of Jonah. It's a cramped little place, but much better lit than most places in the tomb colonies. The scents of the dishes are multitudinous and extraordinary. Are they good? They might be. They might be good. It's difficult to tell. Sample today's special. The food here is exceptional. You need not fear poisoning or boredom. Definitely not boredom. This is usually a more effective way of reducing terror than purchasing a dusty glass of wine, and will also reduce hunger. Okay. However, it's also not exactly free. No matter of luck, it could go either way. 60% chance of success. And what's going to happen in case of failure? A strange catch. Ah, I want that. Wait, oh, I need one. Well, now I need several. At least 2. One for whatever this is going to do, and one for the air, of course. The Vengeance of Jonah is liberal in its approach to edibility. They will pay a small fee and return some of the material to you as supplies. Interesting. But again, a matter of luck. Recruit the Banished Poissonnier. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, to recruit him as a cook. The Banished Poissonnier has long wished to travel, but you'll need to outfit the galley to his exacting standards, which is 300 echoes. Okay. No more than 0 bandaged chef paramount. Okay. When he seeks passage. When I don't have him on board. May sometimes be found in the tomb colonies. I mean, now that I've seen him here once and unlocked this access to this restaurant, if you want to call it that, is he always going to be here? And does sometimes only mean that he's not going to be available in every, for every run, which obviously wasn't last time. Well, either way, I can't afford him right now, so as curious as I am, can't really do anything with him now, unfortunately. Visit the first curator. Yes? Oh yeah, right, that guy who's gonna die. And ask us to bring him the colors? Yeah. Okay. Z Captain Silkskin, not much left of me. I will go into the Grand Sanatorium. Bring me colors. 7 colors. Pay well. Yes. Yeah, listen to that. 7 colors. Cosmogone, Irigo, Pelican. Stewart has list. Find them here and there across the White Black Sea. Yes. Okay. Ask about the sanatorium just in case. Well, Silkskin, you don't want to know. The chuckling becomes a cuff. We don't die here below. Not unless we go to Z. So we need something else. Somewhere to end. Accept the commission. Sure, I mean, why not, right? So we're looking for Apocyan, Cosmogone, Gant. Didn't we? I mean, I think that that gateway at the that gateway in the north that might lead who knows where. That we need 40 of some special kind of supplies to open and to travel beyond. I think that was described as Gant, and I was thinking, I mean, shouldn't that have given me a sample of this color? But I mean, how exactly are we supposed to collect these even? The curator is old as dust. I'll be grateful if you do it this one last favor. Huh. I mean, I guess I'm gonna know once I see these colors to actually pick up in what kind of form that's gonna be. Anyway, Irigo, Pelican, Violant, and Virik. Sure. Okay. Well, keep an eye or two out. Well, shops. Not that I have any money or anything to sell here. I was hoping to at least get some money for that tomb colonist, but apparently that is not always going to be the case. Right. Temple. I could sell news for... These are such trifling amounts, though. I mean, obviously, this can never be the most efficient way to use these, right? Especially, like, a vision of the surface sounds like something that's relatively hard to come by. And for only 15? Why would that ever be worth it? Who knows? I mean, feel free to tell me if it's actually possible for that to ever be worth it. I mean, I suppose I can see running out of places to use recent news, perhaps. But then 10 echoes? 1 unit of fuel at the cheapest possible option? I don't know, that strikes me as not a very good use of that. Of a potentially finite resource, or definitely, relatively hard to come by. Well, not hard to come by, whatever. Anyway, yeah, I guess we're just going to... Well, maybe travel a little bit further north, right? There was that place with the temple. Just before I decided to find out what happens when you travel north past the border of the map. And obviously not going to do that now. I'm going to speak to her again. Oh, I actually have a secret. I could do this, I suppose. Increase my hearts. But would I want to do that? I don't know. Can I actually still talk to him? And use this? Yeah, I could. I could improve my secrets instead. No higher than 50. Obviously, we're still pretty far from that. I could do that? Or I could keep my one secret. Right, I have one? Yes. I could keep my one secret and do something back in London with it. Unlock the university, I suppose. Right. Could still proposition to her. I mean, I suppose I could, but if I'm going to start a romance, I'd like to at least have a chance to maybe have a child, because that seems like the most interesting, one of the more interesting things to do. To see, well, first of all, of course I don't know if that's always necessarily possible with every romance. It might even be possible with a same-sex romance in this game. Again, who knows? In this game world, I'm not ruling anything out. But who knows how long until I actually gain access to another, another officer. I mean, there might be one waiting for me in London, but question is whether I'm going to have enough money to actually hire them. Anyway, once again, I cannot actually tell her about her dad, even though I met him, because, well, I suppose I'm going to get to know her a little bit better first, and for that I'll need a strange catch, which I have yet to learn how to acquire. So, I suppose for now that's all we can do here. So yeah, we'll just continue our trip north. And, I mean, if nothing else, we're gathering some... Oh no, another freaking bat swarm. Can you, like, outrun these? Nope, definitely damaged me there. Okay, I probably should have waited a little bit longer. Yeah, I mean, it's not like you can really avoid just getting hit by the thing. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like I'm not really gaining much by trying to move around. I mean, maybe with a human enemy, like an enemy ship, it might be possible to kind of try and stay behind them so they can't shoot you. But otherwise, why not just sit there and, to at least make sure that you always have the enemy inside your cone of attack, so you can attack as quickly as possible and just end the combat as quickly as possible. That definitely seems to be the way to go with bats, because there's just no outrunning them. Do I reduce my terror? It is at 14 right now. Or I could add another meal. No, I feel right now, while we can easily return to London, terror isn't going to be a big problem. There should always be relatively cheap ways to get rid of that. So, okay, this does not actually give me... This does not immediately feed me, so... Right. It doesn't reduce hunger, it just gives me more supplies, but still. Worth it in this case, I think. Terror has gone up slightly, but oh well. Do the lights help? I mean, terror is still going up. just maybe a little bit faster. Right, there's the lifeberg. I mean, I am curious about fighting these. It seems relatively slow, but then again, actually maybe not really that slow. Definitely not too slow to just, yeah, I mean, it can turn reasonably quickly, so I don't know about that. However, oh, I cannot actually save. Only when docked. Oh, okay, so that's still a, okay. Well, in that case, uh-oh, wait, has it actually... Is it attacking me? I suppose so? Well, in that case... Oh god, it's so tanky, though. So unless I can actually, like... stay away from it... Uh-oh. I can't see myself... Turn. Is it gonna come after me? Yes, absolutely. Oh god. Oh, and I'm almost dead, actually. So... yeah. Right. It's not stopping, and there's also another one. I mean, maybe it's stopping. No, I'm gonna have to try and survive. Of course, I can't really afford to get into combat with anything, even one of those... Uh-oh. Well, that's not great, but whatever. Can actually duck from here. Oh boy, yeah, don't fight those things. They're way too tanky. Also, it dealt, like, how much damage? Oh, I lost 2 crew as well. Oh yeah, 30 damage and 2 crew. Awesome. Well, we're in Wither now. Explore town. It's a quiet, chilly town of grey stone and closed courtyards. The people are neither exactly unfriendly nor exactly hospitable. Right. Tough challenge. Pages quality. Right. That was a lot higher on my first play. Oh, but I don't even have the 1 echo this would require. That is annoying. So I can't even do that. I suppose I could still do it if I somehow acquire some money, but... oh well. Let's get that port report. Shore leaving Wither. Modest challenge, but again... everything costs money, and I have yet to learn how to actually make money. The fact that I'm basically dead doesn't exactly help, so I can literally not get into combat with anything, because just about any enemy, even the really easy ones, are gonna deal 5 damage in a hit. So, yeah, that's great. I mean, I suppose I've maybe managed to kill one of those very easy crab enemies without taking any hits myself, because they're really slow. Especially if I can manage to sneak a hit in before it even notices me. Obviously I'm gonna... oh, it's actually going to default to Ayali every time, so I should have just... oh well, it's fine. No. 6B. There we go. It's fine. Yeah, I suppose that's all I can do here. Wait. Shops? Huh. Right, you can't even sell stuff for money here. I could exchange 1 supply for 1 Tale of Terror. Is that maybe worth it? That might be worth it. Although I suppose I got a Tale of Terror... wait, where would I see that? I got some sort of tale... memoirs? No. Learning about... Captain's Lost 1, yeah. Objectives... Stone's Attention. Cold Trail. I thought you gained some sort of story by having dinner with, or lunch, or what was it? With one of the sisters. But I guess not? I mean, either way, I don't have a whatchamacallit? A Tale of Terror. Sure. Let's get one. Did I? Did I? Did it work? Yes. Okay. It's right here. Point Wither. Vanderbite. Hunter's Keep. A Z story. No, that's from the light boat though. Huh. Anyway. Shipyard? No. And there's no way to repair my ship here, so yeah, I'll definitely have to make it back to London. Somehow. Which, I mean, so long as I avoid enemies, that's gonna work, but of course I will have to then somehow pay for repairs. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough Admiralty's favors to do that. Also, I'll have to make it past the Lifeberg first. I don't know, I was kind of hoping that maybe it would just not follow me or turn out to be slow enough to actually be maneuvered away from. I mean, I'm not seeing it now. That's good, I guess. But yeah, that kind of health, I mean, you'd obviously need to... Oh god, it's still around, of course. Yeah, I have to... You need to have a, like, really powerful weapon in order to hope to kill that thing in a, you know, even remotely timely fashion. Or have some sort of reliable strategy for not getting attacked back, I guess. It was kind of what I was hoping, that maybe I could... I mean, I suppose it might be possible to, like, get it stuck somewhere or something. Oh no. Well, I might just be dead now. I have my lights off. I got the... they're not coming after me right now. No, I think they haven't seen me. Well, they obviously haven't seen me. I don't know, are they gonna stay away from the light? Who knows? I think I've successfully avoided them. That's good. Veils is my worst stat, though. So that's definitely not gonna work out for anything more dangerous or more perceptive than bats. I don't think there were any other places that I discovered on my previous run up on the way to Wither. Well, I absolutely might be wrong. Okay. Gained another secret. Apparently, that's nice. Yeah, the hull situation is worrying, especially because I also have absolutely no money. Yes, I will gain some money, I suppose, when I return. But of course, I was hoping to use that, you know, to either save it or to, I guess, reinvest it in supplies at the very least. But yeah, obviously I'll have to repair at least to some extent, or else I cannot survive any combat whatsoever, and that's not really gonna work out now, is it? Anyway, now I suppose I know for sure to avoid lifebergs. I kind of knew that before, didn't I? Oh well. Burning blue, a hiss of horror from the lookout. The glim lamp at the front of the ship is sputtering and arcing, fizzing with blue light. Even as you watch, the blue fades, but it's not a good omen. Attempt to calm them. There's a perfectly natural explanation. What even is happening? The glim lamp at the front of the ship is sputtering and arcing, fizzing with blue light. I'm sure there's a normal explanation. Spin them a story. Okay. I could use my 1Z story. Or I could face this perfectly doable challenge. Sure. The darkness underneath is more than the absence of light. It's a physical presence which distorts the shape of the world. Your light melts the darkness, restores sanity to the world. You explained something of this to your sailors. It's not the first time they've heard it, but they seem slightly less nervous. Okay. It gave me a single fragment. And I suppose failure would have probably drastically increased terror, or increased it by at least some amount. So I wonder if that was worth it. I mean, I did not use up my Z-story, so I suppose in that regard it might have been worth it. An inspection by the Ministry of Public Decency. That's different from the first time around. Okay, burning book on his hat there. That's definitely a good sign. Some things are too illegal for the customs service to admit the existence of. The Ministry are here looking for those. Nothing to hide, yes. No more than 0 gift for the Pirate Kings, yes. Unlock with no more than 0 firkin of red honey. Or vials of red honey. You shrug and invite them to search your ship as thoroughly as they would like. Gentle encouragement. Okay, so I could bribe them with 500 freaking echoes. Holy crap. That seems so far out of reach. Anyway, nothing to hide. You shrug and invite them to search your ship as thoroughly as they would like. They leave scuff marks on the newly scrubbed decks and take great pleasure in tangling the rigging. They find nothing more dangerous than moldy ship's biscuit. Alright. The Lights of London welcome you home. The star only appears when you've been at sea for a little while. I guess I qualify for that. Collect messages from the Harbour Master. All the clatter and song of the dockside, it soothes the soul. Are there messages for you? I guess so. Proposal from a man of business. Is that going to be the same? Maybe? Okay. Let's see. Something has changed underneath. Someone wants to sign on. Yeah, well, if only I had any money at all. You'll find a story when you next make port. Okay. Another day, free evening. And things are happening at Rose's Wharf. Let's get recent news first. Khanate is threatening war. They always are. London's colonies on the Carnelian coast want independence. They always do. Yes. Oh, and I got the free supplies. Very good. Right. Perhaps not. Father's Bones, next step. Obviously, we haven't made any progress there. Rose's Wharf. What can we do here? Nothing. Escort some interested acquaintances to Rose's Market. Right. Well, I haven't done this yet, but my suspicion is, my assumption is, I guess, that this will just change whatever people are looking for in the market. But I don't have anything that they would be interested in here, right? I don't think. So let's not do that. So visit the survey office. Of course, we have a couple of things to report there. Carouse, hire on more crew, your ship in dry dock. Well, new recruit. Do I get paid by the Admiralty? Or maybe at the university? Let's go and report our successes first. Gain some favors. If nothing else, I suppose I might be able to use those to repair my ship, which I just might need to do. Right, Hunter's Keep. 5 echoes. Well, did gain 1 favor, 1 fuel. Vanderbite. 10 echoes, 1 favor, 1 fuel. Wither. 20 echoes, 1 favor, 1 fuel. Apparently I'm to show you in anyway. Continue. Take it to the dry dock where 1 point of favor will get you 2 to 3 fuel. Right. But actually I need 4 favor. Submit vital intelligence. If only I had any. Submit your port reports, which I don't currently have. Right. But from now on I will do that here. Speak of moves in the great game, right? Revelatory chart. Turn in your shipments of red honey. Right, vials of red honey. Not that other kind of red honey that they were also searching for earlier. Well, perhaps not. Right, that is an option now until I actually get rid of my favors. University, quite impressed. Oh yes, the university's maritime liaison whispers breathily. Oh yes, this is quite a tasty one. Lost a secret, but I'm now the favor of the antiquarian. Gain 1 page. Wonderful. And I can't sell a Z story here for some amount of money. Searing Enigma. Red Surmise. 7 Searing Enigmas. Right. And this will do something. Probably something interesting. Extraordinary implication. Well, I mean, I kind of have to do this. 10 echoes. Favors Antiquarian is increasing. 1 change point, 1 more needed to reach level 2. Okay. But that option is now gone, so I guess from now on only a Searing Enigma or more than that is gonna gain me any more favors. Huh. Well, I mean, Rose Market, I've been there. Carouse, I could do that and start a relationship, I guess. Straightforward challenge, I'll hire our more crew for $30. I mean, yeah, honestly, the damage we took is a problem. Losing 2 crew is also really annoying because that's basically 60 echoes lost. Although I guess the new recruit option is probably going to offer me a crew member for 5 echoes again. We'll see. If I cannot afford the actual officer, I suppose I'm probably going to go for that. Who awaits your attention? Someone wants to sign on. Right. Engage an officer. The Presbyterate Adventurous. Afternoon, madam. Looking for a gunnery officer? I'd like to help you blow up some monsters, if you'll have me. Well, it would be welcome. Oh. But we have another gunner who's apparently cheap enough for me to afford them. Yeah. I mean, I can almost afford this one. Let's see. I'm guessing everything else is... It's so hard to tell sometimes. I wish it was a little bit clearer from the icon being somehow highlighted or something. I mean, yes, I guess they're just grayed out, but unless you have the same icon side by side, like right here, it can be hard to tell because, you know, both of these icons look very dim. But I guess they're not the grayed out version of themselves, because these should both be met, of course. Anyway, gunnery officer increases iron and veils, and the irrepressible cannoneer substantially increases iron. I mean, I am low on veils, so technically this would be an interesting option. Also, of course, since she's more expensive, I wonder if she's also just better or more interesting. Anyway, the irrepressible cannoneer. Madam, are you looking for a gunner? I'm looking for a ship. Here are my references. Here are more references. Here's my design for a whistling shell. Here's my colleague. He'll stay on shore. Here's my hand. Will you take it? I mean, he's very eager. He or she, actually. Who knows? We'll see. I mean, I could sell... The thing is, I could sell something, right? Maybe... Probably a supply, honestly. Not fuel. Fuel just goes so fast. Supplies actually last year a surprising amount of time. And then I could afford this one. And then I would still have no hull whatsoever. Or I could get this person. Or I could choose not to get either of these. And actually start to refill my crew. It's very tempting, honestly, but I feel like I need to try and get officers, get all my officer positions filled as quickly as possible, because those bonuses are just going to be so valuable. I'm going to go with this one. Since they're both new to me, you know, why go out of my way to get the other one? Because this one might be just as interesting. Right. Oh, this is interesting. Room for improvement. There's always room for improvement. Wait, let me make notes. Paper! Appoint your new officer, yes. Okay. Continue. Just to make extra sure. I could still go carousing. I mean, I suppose I need to get rid of some terror, don't I? And this, yeah, this will reduce your terror. I should probably check the repair options again here. A tough challenge, which I can't even... Oh, wait, yeah, that's not even what I need. Too expensive. Of course, all of these are going to be way too expensive. Admiralty Yards. Yeah, and this will still take money. In fact, all of my money. Good enough for now. I mean, it really isn't. Repair some of your hull? How much? Difficult to say. Pretty good odds. 70% chance of success. But it's also going to take 3 supplies. But I will keep my money and I could go carouse and see what that does. What the heck, right? I did save the game, I suppose. You were fortunate. Yay, I've gained 32 hull. I mean, that's better than nothing. Gained 5 terror. Lost 5 supplies. Excuse me? Wait. It said 3. Okay, I suppose you need at least 3 to do this? But then you might still lose more? Not a fan of that, because that means that I'm now screwed unless I somehow get more supplies. Oh boy, this game. So much for merciful mode. Yeah, right. There's no such thing as mercy in this game. Oh man. But seriously though, that's kind of cheap. Saying 3 supplies needed. I mean, what if I had only 3? I guess I would have taken all 3, leaving me with absolutely nothing. It's basically leaving me with nothing at this point. So, well, I suppose at least I'm not literally dying anymore. Still, not exactly amazing. Let's go carouse. Forget our sorrow, our worries. A strange night out. You wake in the back room of Gaston's lampery, head pounding. You had something to drink, but beyond that it's a little hazy. Your knuckles are bloody, your blood, you think, and your shirt bloody likewise. Probably not yours, unless your blood is slick and greenish. How do I know it's blood in the first place? You've had better nights out. A difficult brew, Gaston says gnomically. You were unlucky, better luck next time. Oh. Lost 3 terror. That's not amazing. At least I only lost the advertised 10 echoes. I lost my recent news? Excuse me? I guess because I spent the night, the news are no longer recent? Of course, no romance after a night like that. Well, my lodgings. Oh. Right. But even though I somehow lost my recent news, and technically a new day has dawned, I guess I don't have a recent newspaper. Well, this is not amazing. Not exactly in great shape. I mean, of course I can always just, quote-unquote, allow myself to get killed. How much of a say I have in the matter will remain to be seen, right? But, and just start over after all. Of course, I'm not really gaining much by doing that, because I'm not gonna achieve anything worthy of, inheriting or having my next captain inherit from this one at this rate. So, yeah, I don't know. And of course, now I can't even afford any more supplies. Surely we'll be fine for a little bit longer. I mean, I can always maybe find a crab to kill and, save some supplies that way. Maybe I could visit the sisters before... will I, though? Will I make it there before I'm getting hungry again? Doubtful? I guess I could try that. Either way, I'm going to tentatively save the game again, and we'll continue from here next time. I feel like this could have gone a lot better, but well, that's this game for you. Even playing without permadeath, I'm really not sure if I can realistically win the game. Again, I had the idea that that merciful mode would just, allow me to respawn with some resources left intact. But as it is, yeah, I don't think there is any such guaranteed way to make progress in some kind of way, And I might just find myself slowly bleeding out, like, or quickly, I suppose, as I seem to be doing right now. Anyway, we'll see. Maybe next time is gonna be more fortunate. I'm gonna be more fortunate. We'll see. As always, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.